Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to the stream. So, today we'll be continuing on with the story. Last time we left off, we were about to start hunting down the Lady of the Vortex, Garuda. And as you can see, it's right there. I have been a little bit busy with side quests. I got the main parts of the Dragoon gear set. I decided to do the level 45 Dragoon mission off stream because that was a bit of a long one, and it was two back to back, not just one. So, let's just get into the game and let's do this. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You shall for your services to House Dare, or Dare. And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ah, how absurd, as if we would permit an outsider to pursue the records of the Observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Very reassuring. Alright. Haloon, have mercy, are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hell is that knight I sent out on patrol? Should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. Still wish to aid us? Search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Dare, as is mine. No, it is the bigger birds are super slow, especially in an area where I still haven't unlocked the higher speed. Alright, battle time. Let's help this knight. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken. This confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. Oh, that's right. It has been a while since I've encountered the whole heretics of the Holy See deal that has been going on with this area, this city and its residents. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are a proud people beholden to tradition. That does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may pursue their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmil. See a bunch of other dragoons here. That's awesome. We'll have to see it. There we go. Ah, the gentleman come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Urbanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you will persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with the chief astrologian Voldemort up above. Why did that feel like I was saying Voldemort for a second there? Let me try to not fall over. Since they apparently decided that you don't need railings for this. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is, you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between Southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Haloon's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Voldemort. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor William. You honor us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandare's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I'm told you seek an airship last seen in Quarthus 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. I wish you the best of luck in your search. I would also strongly advise caution. Snows can come quickly in Quarthus. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge. The next, you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. But I'm an adventurer, that's what I do. I was not aware you aided House Durandare in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Alright. Let's see. Well, I don't think I'm gonna need anything. Not even chest or belt pieces. You there, sir. I cannot help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it will require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of exile in that vicinity. If you would seek out the astrologian and confirm that he is well, it will be a great comfort to me. Alright, let's seek this astrologian and... Huh. I did not expect to land on that. There we go. That one I did on purpose. That is actually a pretty decent location to take a couple of odd photos, I guess. Or you could even, I guess if it was planned carefully, you could even film a duel happening in that area from that height. Would be pretty awesome if I think it would be pretty awesome. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the exile were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. All I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of Pastor and Dare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. Well, I did kinda do the favor, even if it's that indirect. I found the guy and returned him to the observatorium. Even if he was actually a jerk about it. The errant will return not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. Ah, but you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you have already aided your own cause. Hauser and Dare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravanian aggression. Yet, you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the observatorium's record. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. That is actually pretty clever. Alright, let's see. Not there, so... outside, actually. Oh, probably inside this house then. Or this building. There we go. Well, it's quite a stir in your short time here. First, you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses. I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you. While you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses? It's only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Of course there was a third time. It's not gonna be the last. Now, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Hey, Kel, how's it going, friend? Yes, I am sure. On my wind-up, I decided I'm gonna stick to main scenario quests on stream, but I do all the side quests off stream. That way I still feed my side quest addiction while keeping the stream strictly to main scenario quests. Plus it helps me be geared every time I'm actually doing main scenario quests. I'm level 45 with mostly level 40 to 45 gear doing level 33 missions, so it worked out. Not questionable. Alright. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Unless you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Halionar, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. They are extremely sneaky, these people. Alright. Also, this is my two-seater red chocobo mount. Different from the actual regular two-seater. You actually buy it with gold chocobo feathers. It costs 8. I decided to buy it on my wind-up to see, but I'm actually uh, saving up on my main to buy something entirely different. I think I only have 3 mounts currently, and all of them are chocobos. Yep. Grand Company Chocobo, the Draught Chocobo, and then the Amber Draught Chocobo. So far, I think I might just have mostly chocobos on this tune, the way it's looking. Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? Yes, I do. Even though I'm a little tater, I bought 3 giant crates. God bless you, friend. It's all here. Every last... Ah, oh wait. That chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hell, that's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury take me. Draconian Rosary. And the possession of Lord Francel? Yet perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Halionart was whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, sir. Shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I may strongly advise against associating with House Halionart. Yet I will proceed to actually help them. And clear all this up, probably. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Super ominous. But I don't really care about all that. All I really want is to actually beat up Garuda. That's the whole reason I'm in Ishgard right now. Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He's a goodly, righteous man wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I have served House Halionard for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you are a friend. Now go. Yeah, but I truly don't care that much. I'm just here to beat up Garuda. I'm here to find a ship. What does saving House Halionard's people have to do with finding a ship? Well, I guess I've been saving people all along to have them help me find the ship, so that works out in a way. Yes, looks as though you have something to say, do you? Let's see. Okay, let's do that. I like to use the word that was actually mentioned, just in case. I see, Sir Carlot has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Corthus since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Though the Draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are prowling our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship. I see. May require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. Shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Harshaphon of House Fort Thames commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present him this letter of introduction, he will surely be receptive to your needs. Yes. Best boy Harshaphon. For a nation that hates dragon, do you think that they would call the areas something other than Camp Dragonhead? Unless they kind of meet it in a sense where they took the dragon's head as a trophy? Then yes, that would make sense. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. Here I come to pay your respects. Be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself, but enough chatter. Pray tell me why you have come. If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes, the letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? So, this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Corthus before the calamity 5 years ago. Here may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events. For while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Carteneau, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Four Temps. That is well. Ooh, more side quests popped up for me to do later. That is awesome. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fort Temps included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to those various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Lady Nine of mine own House for Temps, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There's also Kravelin of House Hallianart, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologer in the past during dare yet? Really? Hmm. Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Temps. Do not concern yourself with House Tamil. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. That is a normal sized chocobo against the draught chocobo. Even though the draught chocobo should be a tad bit bigger than that actually. Why, hello, good sir. What's that? An airship, you say? It is disappointing, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely, no one of House Temps does, or if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Prancil. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Hallianart have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Ah, the poor fellow. Ah, well. Not a big deal. Cologne grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? Friend of Lord Harshafant. I want to help you. I truly do. These accusations of heresy have thrown House Hallianart into chaos right now. We must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. You know, that's the most valid excuse I've heard out of any Ishgardian thus far. The others are like, oh, we just don't like you, so we're not gonna give you what you want, even though you helped us multiple times. We're still not gonna trust you. Why? Because that's how we do things. Oh snap, somebody just jumped from top of there. I usually do that too. Saves time. Can't really die while inside here, so doesn't make that much of a difference. I gather you have been busy since last we spoke. First Harshbond's missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard his guardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, sir, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor William arrived in Corthus, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. Lord Archibald wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. You do know that helping me locate that airship will save a lot of people. 'Cause I'm going to be killing a primal as a result. I don't think my tune actually mentions that Garuda is currently summoned and that I need that airship to fight Garuda and slay Garuda. Maybe if I started with that, they would be a bit more receptive. For example, I could go, hey, there's this primal that is going to terrorize both our lands that I need to kill. And to kill, I need a certain airship. So help me find it. That don't make too much sense, right? Yeah, I thought so. Oh, also, anybody that might be watching, let me just pop this in chat real quick. The overlay game Fantasy Fight Live is something that you could play with other viewers. It's basically a rock, paper, scissors type game, but with different, of course, names. You could customize your avatars, have them have different weapons, all that good stuff. Definitely, if that's something you want to try out, you could request others to fight you. I think it was duel and then the at of the person you wanted to duel. I need to actually go back to the dashboard and make a list of the commands and have a command to show what commands you could do with that. That's going to be pretty soon. But definitely if it's something you want to try out, definitely feel free. I just don't know exactly if there was a feature where you could battle bots, but if there is, I'll have it hopefully ready for next time as well. Alright, let's just continue here. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Corthus is consumed by the stock of heretics, the high houses. Can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provided more pertinent information. Well, we're about to find out. Ooh, a new weapon. I really need new weapons. That's gonna help. I think the lowest piece of gear that I have, out of the main gear, not the jewelry stuff, is my weapon. Alright, let's see. I had another personal request to make of you. Concerns Lord Trancel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. A journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's body requires assistance. No, somebody accused of being a heretic should probably stay put and not go to places where it was overrun by the heretics and the Dravanian horde. You know, it's just a thought. Saving your skin and all that. Who goes there? Wind up? No, stay back. The fiend is still here. Yes, the fiend shall die. I don't know if they noticed that I'm a dragoon. I guess at this point I should have just started my training. That is probably why they don't really recognize me as such. Maybe it's because of my small stature. Okay, let's aid the other knights. I heard the beast cries from over yonder. Then Lord Pranzel is safe. Bless you, sir. Bless you. Right, let's help you too. Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. They probably did, you know? Alright. Where is the third and final one? There he is. Or rather, she. Found it all. How are we to redeem House Alienart if we cannot even slay a single Avis? Ah, we are fortunate you came along when you did, sir. House Alienart will remember your kindness. So they went out here to slay an Avis to return. I slayed one, why don't they just claim it for themselves? Pretty sure I could just be like, hey, yeah, you could totally own this, you know. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Alienart that yielded the steel vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy. Despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches soon. I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitor, whatever it may be. Even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. Now that is devotion. Also, that is a wise choice because you never know, there might be actually a chance they do listen, so you should always try to save your hide if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're being accused of heresy. Not that that's ever gonna happen, but you know, yeah. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Prancel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. On learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a man who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor William has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Prancel's name, and by association, yours. So all I've done was help you people. They're gonna accuse me of being the bad guy. Typical-ish guardians, I guess. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Prancel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would please tell me of the incident in question. So it was found in a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Prancel. The rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Lock and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry the goods across Quarthus, so he may have some inkling of who could be responsible. I think that was Rogaden on his regular chocobo, and it was about the same size as my Amber Drop chocobo. Here's somebody on the regular chocobo. This is supposed to be a bigger version of the chocobo. See? It's about the same size. There we go. Now it's bound, the harpoon is bound to me. And I got a little bit of experience out of it. Speaking of, let's see, what do I want to eat first? Let's eat the scrambled eggs first. There we go. Now we're well fed for an hour. Someone tampering with shipments. Fury struck me down if all the rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, lad. I'm a House Alienart man through and through. Seriously, nonsense is bad for me and my family, too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing the shipment did it, though I know most of them would work with the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But it wasn't them neither. Then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it. Huh? Could have been the fellas what were responsible for the inspections. Huh, Guardian Knights and Inquisitors, a lot of them. As if they'd ever turned their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from White Brim front this eve. You must consider having a word with them. Yeah, and it's probably those Inquisitors and Knights that they don't want us to question, because they're Inquisitors and Knights. Beg your pardon, I suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Alienart shipments. What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. Pretty sure I'm gonna find a rosary right now, especially in House Alienart's parcel. There's one, and there's the other. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. Here's two. But that's impossible. Once the night at White Brim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would have never allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Harshbun, I will not be held accountable for this. So it was the knights. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? He said, take this. More draconian rosaries, and every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks. That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Alienart's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. And praise alone that he did. Lord Prancel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we are to clear his name. Yes, let us act now. From the very first, could I knew it could not be that so many members of House Alienart were heretics. At least, we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Reggie. Tell her that House for Temps asks, nay, demands, that Lord Prancel's trial be postponed until full investigation has been concluded. Yeah, I don't think the word of an outsider would be much. Is it in here? Is it in there? Is it up there? Where is it? It is up there. What is it, my child? Lord Harshfont would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor William presides over Lord Prancel's trial at Witchdrop even as we speak. Fear not, Lord Prancel is indeed innocent. He shall walk in Haloon's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I don't think that's that's no. They have taken Lord Prancel to Witchdrop. This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Wind up. I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall the proceedings until such time as I am able to join you, and petition Inquisitor William in person. I will endeavor not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Prancel alive. I mean, do whatever I must. That's actually kind of like, well, I could just stick him in the head with my spear and wait till you arrive. I could, but like, take out his kneecaps and wait till you arrive. That's too vague, man. Do whatever you must is a bit too vague and not so safe, considering what my Lollipop will want to do. Yeah, I'll wind up. If you can see, Lord Prancel yet lies. Must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. Wait, before I do that, I want to see what's gonna happen if I enter here. Okay, so it's just gonna make me proceed. Okay, that works too. Josine Charlemagne Brancel du Aliénar. Stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. There aught you wish to say in your defense. Hear me, brothers. These charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service to the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Haloon to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. That ain't how it works. The righteous shall take their place in Haloon's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their dragon forms and be put to the sword. In the name of House for Temps, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we are come on behalf of Lord Harshafont. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Prancel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such a time as a full re-examination of the facts has been conducted. Lord Archibald has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts, I might have allowed. But that he would dare interfere in legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. Oh, they're out of their minds. They don't know who they're messing with. I'm the potato of light. Must hold them until Lord Harshaphon arrives, wind up. And remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. Oh wait, there's a caster right there. Finally, Lord Harshaphon came. Not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop. But this trial, like many others I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Art. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor. Set brother against brother that we may tear ourselves apart. Perverted imaginings of a desperate man. What proof have you of this? Just picked this off the body, you know. By the Fury, Draconian Rosary, the knight who refused to yield. Was he who summoned the Wyvern. Hereticing the rank of the Temple Knights. This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Harshaphon. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Prancel pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of that which first brought you to Corthus. Wind up, relocate your errant ship, and use it. You know, you could just help me. Lord Harshaphon, I have not words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped of your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Art. Praise the Luna did not come to that, but it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let's quit this place, wind up. Revisit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Alright, looks like my gear is pretty good shape. You look well lined up. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. Were it not for you, Lord Francel would surely have died defending the honor of his house. And I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and his wyvern. As for Tempson House, Alienart shall never forget your service. Now, let's return to the matter of your missing enterprise. Finally, we're gonna start actually looking for it. The man with knowledge of the enterprise awaits you outside. If his information proves useful to you. How quickly the commoner's opinions change. Say Lord Francel is innocent now, just a few days prior. Anyway, you're inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Cortes several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Britannia and landed near the Stone Vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then they would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. The Lord Harshpond is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few? In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. Oh, so you've at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. Some vigil? Perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Durandare. I'll write a letter to Lord Drillmont of Whitebrim, Front, and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Francel do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journey, wind up. May Haloon guide you. I'm pretty sure when the game was like, hey, you should choose in Guardian or whatever, I think I choose Haloon for both my main and my wind-up. Alright, it appears I'm going to be doing the Stone Vigil pretty soon. Wonderful to see you again, Wind-Up. If there's anything I can do to repay you, name it. So, the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Alienart. The case that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. Excuse me. With a lack of strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Drellmont. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy House Hallionart have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor a great hatred towards us, and towards you now as well. I mean, honestly, at this point, who doesn't, I want to say? This tune has done so many things to gain the love and admiration of people, but at the same time, the hate and uh, desire to harm, I guess you could say, of others as well, at least in game. Now I'm heading to White Brim Front. Soon I should be able to actually enter the Stone Vigil. But I'm pretty sure that Lord Grillamont will have me do various menial tasks before I actually get his help. Because that's what any MMO protagonist does. No, they are most likely doing the quest. Desire not is with Lord Gilmont, do you? Ah, I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make it so. How about these two letters? Do you have here? Letter from Lords Harshbon and Francel, is it? A likely... Oh, you're serious. What to do, what to do? You know you could just let me in, that's what you should do. The timing could not have been worse, traveler. Lord Drillmont's attentions are focused solely on the stone vigil at present. In any case, it is not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Albois. Yes, Sir Albois can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storm room on the opposite side of the yard. Dude, how hard is it to just... Alright, let me... Yes, let me have my name down so that you could, get me here and I could, go other places from here. What is Alfiano doing here? Time is a resource we can ill afford to squander. We must gain interest in Stone Vigil without further delay. I have not seen... He's probably been lurking in the background somewhere, but I have not seen him for a while. Sir Brunadair bade you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you that he is mistaken. Lord Geraldmont hasn't the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for head Sherigan Astidian. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? If I can find where the upstairs is... Probably... Oh yes, exactly. Probably access from the sides here. Alright. I need to go up some more. There we go. Oh, and Sid is here. Are you here to visit a patient, sir? Was this letters of introduction from House Temps and Holly and Art? With documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Pray proceed to the barracks and speak with Sir Garuda. He should know Lord Drillmont's current whereabouts. So all this time, I could have just gone straight there. Yeah, okay. What reason have you for barging into? Oh, I see. Well, you're in luck. Lord Drillmont is just up these stairs. Letters or no, though, I would not expect much. House Dare as a whole did not hold adventurers in high regard. Yet, best state your intentions quickly and succinctly. I don't know. Show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. You know, all I've done was help you people, and that is how you repay me. Sir Garuda permitted your passage. Very well, speak. Here's to brave a ruined outpost filled with skalking to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you the avatar of the Fury yourself? And finally, I get some assistance. We are the Science of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Drillmont. You know our name, and you know our deeds. We are come to Porthos to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Sid Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive. That's impossible. Yes, it is impossible. Indeed it is, my lord. How the... I swear to God. Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Guardian history, as House Dare marshals its forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in white brim front but 3 mysterious strangers. Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the Calamity, and 2 scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. Lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Dare would have greater sense. I know not why these 3 seek the Stone Vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass. Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment, I nearly believed this rumor sparse. You 3 will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. Why is Sid, not talking? Maybe if he talked, something would happen. It could be moons before House Dare purchased the dragons from the Stone Vigil. We cannot afford to wait that long. Sid, wind up. We must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drillmont's trust. Understood? That's what I've been doing this entire time. Ooh, there are gonna be a lot of side quests to do. Where? I probably just went down when I should. Oh wait, there he is. Ooh, raptor stew or knight's bread. It's probably gonna be raptor stew. That has a better stats for me as a DPS. You're the lad responsible for that commotion upstairs. I word travels fast in white print front. Together you still wish to change Lord Drillmont's mind. There's one thing I've learned about the man in my time here, is that he's It's that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Went over the barracks, made sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. Last few supply shipments contained no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain, thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. Wouldn't be a quality meal, 'tis true, but it'd be a damn sight better than nothing. You've mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Danafin Pass? And take this bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucous glands, drying their skin. So once again, it proves that the fastest way to earn a man's trust is through their stomach. That is something I could personally relate with, I guess. Alright, let's use the vinegar. There we go. I did not jump out fast enough. I actually got an F-tail out of it too. Let's see, what were the recipes that were used in it? Not much. Meal gratin, F steak, and Trapper's quiche. I won't lie though, the actual icon for the F steak looks delicious. It'll be something I guess I wouldn't mind to try out. Didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. You sure about that? Oh dear, remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. And you road, this should only take a moment. I'll just need to do this, and voila. Never seen a man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these three and distribute them to the hungry knights here. And up above. You there, lad. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it will be my pleasure to oblige you. I like that guy. Ha 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 ha, yes, yes. Feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I have the strength of 10 men and their wits besides. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. We ought at least receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this godforsaken waste. Here you go. That fresh cooked steak, Elohim's blessing be upon you, my friend. My puppy meter knows it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. Poor people in this place. Just looking for a decent meal. Ever must we train to maintain our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance. You're a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Yonder must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. And I'm assuming that, yes, I need to speak with the cook again. Feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, eh? But I've forgotten about the hard-working Churgans at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Mind taking this steak to Senoda? She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. Right, since it's the infirmary, that means I need to go here. Maybe it was downstairs. Might have been downstairs. Nope, there it is. There she is. Beg your pardon, sir, but I am busy attending to this man. I will be with you in a moment. That? Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. And let me get that raptors too. Put it away right there. I have a word with you lined up. Concerns the Churgans here. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memory, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 3 ice sprites. Though commonly used to reduce the temperature of alchemical mixtures, there is a way to alter their properties so that they draw the cold within rather than radiate it without. Must sound ridiculous to you, possible even, yet somehow I know it will work. There goes Master Sid Garland, Master Engineer. Flexing his degree all over the place. No, just kidding. Alright. Alright, that makes 2. I have to kill this guy. Alright, that's all the cores. Let's go back to Sid. We obtained the cores, so please show them to me. Here you go. What an amazing device. But is it truly an albumic, sir? I've never seen this like before. I'm too unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I have no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it's as effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder. Where thee, the kindly stranger bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at a cost. Their earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. He did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. You must succumb to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. I should poke him where he stands. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Prancel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. And what are we to do now? Before we can persuade Lord Gillamont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor William that we are not his enemy. Just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Corthus. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Wiper in front. Share your findings with Alpinot and the Square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. Okay, nobody on this floor. Brother William? Yes, of course, I know of him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Wiper in front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day. I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness pit, black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward travel, I cried over and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. Hey, Nell, how's it going, friend? I tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor William rescued me. Carrying my unconscious body to the gates, I owe him my life, sir. I hope to one day repay his kindness. I think I'm starting to remember where this quest is gonna go. Okay, who else was there? Maybe downstairs here. There should be somebody. Yep. Inspector William, I am the pockets of whom you speak. Unbeliever. We have learned your deeds of witch shop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly scheme you hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Oh, so they're just not gonna tell me anything. Or at least the Knights won't. I think the other people will. Under Inquisitor William's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep. So great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. And of course the cook is going to provide information. Lolisi has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Bloom's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Yes, but that doesn't help me find my ship. I already found it, but that doesn't help me with knowing more about the Inquisitor. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind as I hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey's almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with the irksome Inquisitor. So tell me, you have been busy making inquiries, yes? Should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Until I'm beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained. They will provide insight into Inquisitor William's motivations. Ooh, a gold piece that time. All the gil for me. And a level 40 weapon. Awesome. Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he felt chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate. Yes, but the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in Whitebrim Front, I've seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Tripolot is not misremembering the Inquisitor's behavior, that night makes absolutely no sense. At least to me. After tracing his steps, will shed light onto this mystery. Alright, let's see. Okay. Now, here's the thing. It wants me to drop down, but it's gonna take out most of my HP, especially if I landed there. So, I need to land outside, wait for a bit. There's an actual frozen dragon here. Or at least the remains of a frozen dragon. I love the little details in this game, they're awesome. Alright, once I heal up completely, I'll enter the dark mist. There we go. I remember this part because I did help a friend of mine here. The actual Inquisitor. We have uncovered the mystery of that Inquisitor, and I have a feeling that we'll soon be entering the Stone Vigil. Found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Given the contents of this ency- encyclical, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor William. Newly come to Corsus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity. And if you were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity. Why he has decided to oppose us. Must proceed quickly, wind up, where he learns that his deception has been discovered. Will we actually make any progress, though? Alright, level 40 lance. Hopefully I actually get a decent weapon if I enter the Stone Vigil today. Alright. Since Lord Drillmont has already been turned against us, fear that his this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsement of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Jolot and with the evidence you discovered and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise. So traumatize a guy. Got it. I think this guy, yep, was in here. Oh, you have returned to something? Is there something else you wanted to ask? Yes. The Inquisitor is an imposter? Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He's a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that this is all a lie? You are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Sir Pernilla. He was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against a man who saved my life. There she is. You. I do not believe I know you, sir. Pray, move along, and trouble me no more. You they happen of handing bloody documents to strangers. Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know not of it. Not at all. And let's do slash doubt. That's one way to doubt people. You know, don't you? Irritate me. I prayed this day would come. When Sir Charlotte gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Trebinian abominations lashed out at him. Nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy. But what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I had never told another. Said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Jolot and I would be spared. But if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. Stroves marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be a false. Together we carried Sir Jolot to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whitebrim Front, Inquisitor Willem was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized Wallace in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drillmont, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing until Lord Prancel was accused. Some time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in the chest hidden southeast of Whitebrim Front. So I took several from his chest and planted them in the shipments bound for Skyfire locks. As I hoped they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Hallionard, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. That is the entire truth, I swear. The loon forgive me for not acting sooner. Well, somebody should stand at the ready. Somebody should protect that knight until I come back with the boxes. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you three access to the stone vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. Well, what are you gonna say after you find these? There had better be a very good explanation for why you are carrying these rosaries. Where did you find this papal encyclical? You take me the Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale, but this evidence in your testimony could have no other explanation. Have it's just you and your friends wind up? For that I deeply apologize. I'll permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. Alright. There we go. And of course somebody blocks the view, because why not? Alright, there we go. That thrice damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Let us take him and his Drabanian allies. I'm told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Let me your strength wind up. Together, let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. Go all the way to Snowcloak. That is a dungeon that we will not unlock yet. I think Snowcloak is a level 50 or above dungeon. But it's a really fun one, to be honest. Of course, I knew it. Good to have you with us, sir. When Lord Drillmont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we'll need to use force. Are you ready for that eventually? Yes, I am. That's what I live for, technically, as an adventurer. You need to tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Hallown's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Balloon. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drillmont, what's the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain. I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor William and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard and to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Ah, grave allegations indeed. But you'll find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I own no allegiance? No, Lord Drillmont. My conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crusade. Excuse me. You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence. Ah, all are complicit in these crimes. For all live their lives by the for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me. Deafened by dogma as you are, you desire retribution, Lord Drellmont. Then come, let us see how his guardian steel fares against Bonnie and Fang and Claw. Where are the wormhounds? Oh, there they are. I do prefer to take them out first. Of course, yeah, it grows on me. That works actually. Alright, they got the worm out. Let me actually kill this guy. My glamour's dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many guardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder. When you are dead, White Brim Front shall fall. Defiant to the last, leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves not better. Wind up. I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. Should never have been asked to intervene in this guardian affairs to state. Rest assured, I've not forgotten the matter which brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were united with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at White Brim Front, and bring your associates. Honestly, I think that this is called, this area, it's called Behemoth's Dominion. It's, let me point towards it. So the actual light of my, little cursor on the map, is pointing towards it. Behemoth's Dominion. Right there. I think that they should add at least one of the two. Either a fate that occurs in this area, one of the harder ones where we battle Behemoth, or at least a hunt mark in that area that is a behemoth. I think that would be actually pretty cool. Where have you been, Wind Up? False Inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. Can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. Alright. I'm sure you will agree, it is past time we entered the Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Drillmont a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow anon. Yeah, it's about time you actually let us into the Stone Vigil. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor William would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand. But you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the very least I can do, given all that you have done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. It's because of your Burbanians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes, I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we have been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Corthus, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have as yet been able to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change, or how it will change. Give me roll, Lord Drelmont, but there's no guarantee that you will prevail in any event. We have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without his guardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I'll inform Sir Nathalin of your impending visit. May Halun guide you, scions. Alright, looks like I'm about to unlock the Stone Vigil, which means that I will be probably seeing if anybody from my fake company wants to join in real quick on that run. Nathalane. Yeah, lined up. Lord Dillamon has appraised me of the situation. You may enter the Stone Vigil whensoever you will. That is good. Alright, let me have it right there. Let me ask in free company chat if anybody wants to join. I'll give it a few minutes to see if anybody wants to join. Fight whoever wants to, and then I'll queue up and run it. Hold on, let me stand right inside. Yes. They're already in a party. Alright, there we go. Yeah, now I'm about to do Stone Vigil. Do you want to join in? Alright, I'm gonna see if anybody else wants to join in on the run. Ooh, somebody's actually returning. Alright now, hanging on. Alright, so it looks like we are getting 2 more people. Which means we'll have a full group. Are you going to come along now, or? Okay, I see. Oh yeah, I don't have you on my friends list here. Or do I? No, I actually do not. Do not have quite the amount of people on my friends list here. Alright, so first let's invite Yuri real quick. Let me tell Kai that she's gonna need to invite now. There we go, promote. Let's just zoom in. Yeah. Menacing little potato. Very menacing potato. Right, once Nell joins the party and everybody is ready, I shall start, which reminds me, where is the ready check? There it is. Let me put it on my hotbar. Right, guys, at this point, we're just waiting for Nell and Yuri to come back. Not showing a line. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Alright. I need to be able to actually, let me get out of the light. Let's do the wave. Ooh, that's the new mount from the whatchamacallit, Moonfire Festival. That's it, right? Moonfire Fair seasonal event. Yep. Oh, it has its own flare. That's awesome. I still need to get that one on my main. I will get that one on my main, hopefully soonish. I don't know if I'm gonna bother doing the event on my wind-up, but I'm gonna leave it for now. Alright, I'm gonna do a ready check, see if everybody's here and ready and all that. Looks like Yuriko's not back, and Nell is still a botanist, so we're waiting on that. Oh, looks like Nell is actually ready. They're probably on their DPS, but we're still waiting for Yuri to come back. Alright. Alright, actually, while we're waiting for Yuri, let's go kill some stuff. Wait, I probably need to eat something. Let's eat the oligo steak. Oh, so you're going on Samurai. That's a nice class. That's always a lovely class. Well, let's kill the sprites. Why not? Both of them aggroed on me. Actually, gonna have to use one of my abilities. Alright, there we go. Duty Finder. Where is the Stone Vigil? Where is the Stone Vigil? There it is. Alright. Let's do this. Oh, that wyvern is just one of the most annoying things about this dungeon. And that is the reason why it's the most annoying thing in this dungeon. I actually have my AoE to use. Oh no, I think we might actually wipe. I think our healer is DC'd. Yes, our healer DC'd. And Kai's going the wrong way. Aw, oh, come on. There's Yuri. Still disconnected. And now. That was a bad choice. That was a bad choice. Okay. Other two lost interest in me, that's good. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back. Do I have final the Fantasy Fight Live thing on the Be Right Back screen? I don't think so. I'm gonna have to create a new reference to it. But anyway, I shall be right back. Alright, I have returned. I don't know how much longer I could wait, so, this is a hard decision. I usually don't like kicking people out of the party. Let's see. Alright. If I get no answer from Yuri soon, I think your power went out, which is super unfortunate. I think I might actually have to replace Yuri. a new healer, but I'm gonna see if anybody else from the pre-company wants to actually do that and sub in. If so, probably gonna have to sync it with them to ensure that they actually join us. I'll wait a minute or more extra for that to happen. Alright, looks like Yuri might actually be joining us back. Oh, the disconnection signal or symbol is still there. I'm gonna mark focus on the first one. There we go. Alright. Now, since that happened, that means Yuri's getting back online, which is awesome. Alright, Yuri rests back up. Hey, Vale, happy Friday to you too, friend. I think Nell had to go AFK. No, they're moving now, so that's good. How's it going, Vale? Hope you're having a wonderful day. That is fair enough. Glad to know you're doing great. Also, the volume needs any adjusting, just let me know. Too loud, too low, just let me know. Alright, cool. I just wanted to make sure that it's actually good. If viewers are happy, then I am happy. Alright, looks like the first boss. Alright, main thing to this boss is, as a DPS, never be in front of the boss. Because bad stuff might happen, and like what happened to our healer. We got silenced, and that's not really good. Yeah, silence is bad for any caster in this game in general. Always need to be careful not to be in front of the boss. Alright, first boss down. Ooh, that's one of the nice bows. I'm grading on that. Though I don't have an archer, just in case I decide to one day have an archer, I'd have a decent looking bow. Oh no, alright. I think there's maybe a bit of lag on the healers and they're not having a great day. Yeah, as far as global cooldowns in this game, lower levels will feel that it's super slow. Because you only have a handful of abilities and you have to wait for the global cooldown of them and all that stuff. But what I will say is once you move forward, you will unlock more abilities that you could combo with your regular ones, and that makes it feel like it's a continuous. For example, if I had my two main abilities, Spine Shatter or Jump. I have Jump, so I could just alternate between the main three and then jump whenever it's down. Actually, I'm gonna release and come right back. Shortcut should get me right where I should be. And yes, it's a combo-based system, combat system. Pretty interesting. As you go higher, and of course different classes have different combos that might feel faster than others. I usually main a samurai, so I don't play much as a dragoon. So I'm not super familiar with their complete level 80 rotation. Alright, why hate Yasuo is asking for a shout out. So, I would like to give a shout out to Why Hate Yasuo. For those wondering who this mysterious being might be, that's actually my little brother. So, definitely a warm welcome to him. He does have a YouTube channel with a couple of videos up on it. The days where he used to play League of Legends. Let me type out the name of the channel real quick. So, Void Commando, that's the name of his channel. I don't know if he's actually gonna be making any more videos. I am trying my best to convince him. Maybe everybody here in chat can help me do that. But, yeah. Definitely go check out his channel. Give him a reason to actually start doing more videos. As far as the YouTube thing is, he's actually doing better than me, which is awesome. I don't mind that at all. Alright, off to the second boss. Let me just ask. Usually for this boss, the main thing is one person is going to be responsible for getting the Berthas in the back. Usually a ranged, whether DPS or the healer, doesn't really matter, but a ranged caster or physical, as long as it's a ranged class, that's the important thing to get the Berthas as soon as possible. Because they don't really have to move that much. As we have 2 melee DPS, the healer will most likely be the one to actually get it. If you think that the healer is new and they want to focus on healing, that's still totally fine. You could have one of the more experienced DPS do that part. And it's not really all that hard, it's just actually as simple as clicking the button to take down the dragon. No, it's a little too close there. And there we go. Don't need that, so I'm just gonna greet. Also, quick tip. If you ever have a surplus of the green items that you get from dungeons, gear, at a certain rank in your grand company, you are allowed to turn them in for something that's called an expert delivery. Once you reach that rank, you can turn those in for seal, which is a lot of people's main source of income when it comes to getting grand company seals. And if you think about it, it's one of the easiest ways. If you just run your daily roulette, you could get out with a bunch of gear that you might not be able to use or that you don't have a use for, turn them into seals. Then with the seals you could get lots of stuff, including glamour prisms, ventures, and other cool stuff. Also, if you have crafters that are at level 30 or above, you can do something else with them, which is desynthesize them. I don't have any crafters on this character. I have it on my main. I have all the characters at least level 30 for that purpose. but you can desynthesize the equipment. You can either get the materials that we use to go into the actual items, or you could get something better. You could get two types of a diamond-shaped crystal. It's called demi-materia, and it's also graded from 1 to 3. You could get combat demi-materia, that is a pink purplish color that is used in the creation of various gear that has a certain shine or layer to it. You could get the gatherers or crafters demi-materia that has a bluish color, and they're used alongside with the combat ones to buy master crafting books to unlock master recipe. The final one, which is a very good one in my opinion, is the clear demi-materia. That is a yellow demi-materia, which the only purpose of getting it is actually selling it to a merchant for gil. And the more you get, the more gil you could get out of it, so it's pretty awesome. Alright, look, it's the Enterprise. But it's guarded by a dragon. Yes, just beyond that enormous sleeping dragon. As if that sounded completely normal. Considering we're in a dungeon with mostly dragons, yes. Dragon is not our concern. We have come for the airship, and only the airship. Sid, you and I will sneak aboard the Enterprise and prepare for launch. Wind up, you stay here and keep an eye on the beast. Not that much. There are some. And the best thing about it is you could actually choose the language. For me personally, I have it chosen to Japanese. So I feel like I'm playing an anime, not actually watching one, just playing an anime. Which is pretty awesome. Your character doesn't really have a voice, except for just the occasional shouts when you're doing your abilities or something like that. But early on in the game, there aren't that many. They have increased it as you went along with the expansions. So hopefully, as I go to Heaven's Word and beyond, you'll see more and more voice acting. If it waits, we may need you to provide a distraction until we are ready to depart. You can manage that, can't you? Yes, a tiny little potato against a giant dragon. That seems fair enough. That tells it then, shall we, Sid? As you command. Oh, of course, the Asian La Habrea. So, you mean to slay Garuda next? Interesting. Most interesting. And you're aware that her strength greatly exceeds that of your previous primal conquests. Testament to the fanatical devotion of her followers, the Exalt are nothing if not zealous. In spite of your past achievements, I labor to believe that you will best this foe. Yet, only a fool would underestimate the great bringer of light, slayer of Ifrit, bane of Titan. If any mortal is capable of defeating the Lady of Vortex, it is you. Win or lose, the battle should at least make an entertaining spectacle. Assuming, of course, you live that long. Really? Alpina, the dragon. Confound it all. Let us see how well your blasphemous gifts serve you this time, Crystal Bearer. Ah, yes, of course. You had to just come in and interfere. Alright, let's do this. Alright, there's gonna be a touchdown. There we go. Alright. Dragon should be going up soon. It's usually good to stack on this part. That way you have more ground to actually maneuver in. I probably... Okay, that's good. Alright. I actually made it right underneath him. That's awesome. Let's pop Bloodbath, make it easier on our healer. There we go. We got an achievement out of that. That's nice. Alright, let's see what we got. Visual boost. I already have those apparently, so I'm gonna pass on that. There's the dried cane. I did not get any weapons, unfortunately, that I could use. I need to actually work on my Grand Company pretty soon, because I am running out of space to put all this. We await the cutscene. Oh, nice. We got our 5th crystal. think there's one more left. The one that we got after killing Garuda. Wind up. Wind up. Are you alright? Speak to me. Twelve be praised, I feared the beast had injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you are caught in the midst of that aetheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. I have quite enough to do already, which reminds me, Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let's go and see what he has to say. Oh, I think it's been years since it actually took off or did anything. What say you, Sid? Will she fly? Yes, so it will not be a pleasant ride. When was it ever a pleasant ride? Well, I dare say it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. It's a pity the Enterprise is not in a better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If all are in agreement, let's return to Gridania. Though I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye, it is plain the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission. This is all so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just... it's no use. Let's go. Alright. I see a lot of people are in the same state as me. How I've longed for the more agreeable climate of the 12-foot. Yet, I will not deny the Holy See had its charms. Endless detours aside, our Guardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? No, apparently not. History repeating. Alright, let's see if we got any prizes or anything. Nope. Alright, so just a quick pointer for anybody that might play the game now or in the future. Whenever you get achievements, the new system is that you can click on the achievement. Let's say you're viewing the last 5. If it has any items that you could get or claim as a reward, you need to enter this interface and claim it manually. For example, let's see if there's anything here. Yes. Alright. Let's say I got the Master Gladiator's ring. Or let's make it actually something that we can get. There we go. Master Lancer's ring. Let's say I got that as a reward for having all the Lancer entries in the hunting log. What will happen is I will need to come here, double click it, and claim it. Otherwise, I won't be able to get it. So, because there are so many achievements, and even filtering them is a bit of a hassle to actually find what you want to find, I usually suggest that you click on the achievement that popped up in chat and go about it that way. That would be the easiest way to actually go about that. Alright, let's get on with the next main scenario quest. Comes and need to look at her. It's as though I've been reunited with a part of me I never knew was missing. Hardly surprising. You did design her build her. I bear good news. The Seers have granted our request to house the Enterprise. It may take as long as we require to repair her. Of course, it would be rank folly to take one moment more than we require. Garuda, lest we forget, grows stronger by the hour. If we are to have any hope of wresting this benighted realm from her talons, it must needs be soon. I am no expert on the workings of airships. It seemed plain to me that the Enterprise suffered much from her time in the wilderness. Am I not correct, Sid? You are. Frankly, it's a miracle she carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Guy is encircled by a raging tempest, apt to turn proud trees into matchwood. Our battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. Given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But if this tempest is as fearsome as you say, even that may not be enough. Ah, confound it all, there must be a way. Way to brave the fury of the elements. The elements, but of course, that's it. Work upon the element itself, using the power of a corrupted crystal, we could clear a path through the storm and spare the Enterprise a battering. I see. You propose to utilize the properties of a crystal to alter the elemental aspects of the barrier. Seems so childishly simple in retrospect. Though mayhap not to you, wind up. We speak of the manifestations of over-aspected aether that can be found throughout Eorzea. Since the calamity disrupted the land's aetheric currents, such crystals have become comparatively commonplace, which has been a cause of great woe as they are known to warp aetheric energies, including those of living organisms. The point is, we could theoretically use corrupted crystals to convert the wind-aspected aether comprising Garuda's barrier into aether of another aspect, one she cannot control. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort, however hard Garuda blows. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. All of this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with its necessary properties. Do you have any idea where we might acquire one? No, but I know a man who might. A scholar by the name of Lambertian, who resides in Camp Drybone. Strange as it may sound, I met him during my time at the church. Well, Marquise met him. I suppose whether out of pity or for want of a more willing listener, he would talk to me for hours at a time about his aetheric studies, corrupted crystals being his pet subject. It was as a result of these conversations that poor Marquise was observed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. Wound up, I need you to return to Sanwell and seek out the scholar. Then I will set about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. Alright. Since it wants me to go to Camp Drybone. That was a bit late, but okay. Let's find a suitable place to log off. I need a decent background. Well, this should be as good as any. There we go. Alright, that is all I have for today. If you have enjoyed what you have seen, you can follow me at the links I posted in chat. My YouTube is currently just an archive for older streams. I am thinking about recording some stuff and putting it to be exclusive for YouTube. That's still a thought currently, but it might happen. But for now, it's still an archive. You could always access it from my Twitch and Twitter bios and preview this stream again or any other streams that I put up there. Here is my schedule. Tomorrow, hopefully at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be playing Stardew Valley, as it is Stardew Valley Saturdays. I'll be continuing on. I should be in the very last day of winter and will more likely than not start the spring season of year 2 during tomorrow's stream. So definitely stay tuned for that if that's something you want to see. So that is all I have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice evening, morning, whatever it is for you, wherever you are in the world. Until we meet again.